3, 2, 1. What's going on, guys? Welcome. This is the Reject Motherfucking Podcast. Episode 5, Logan.
Yes, episode 5. And
Episode 5.
Today we have a very special guest.
Yes, it's a special episode. Very special.
I met him about 24 solid hours ago. And I would like to formally introduce the great Owen of Lee's.
Of the market of Lee's.
Yes.
This
Hey,
is
guys.
Owen, guys. Yep.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm honored to be your first ever special guest. Makes me
yeah.
feel pretty special.
Don't fuck it up.
Not too much.
You're setting the standard right now for everybody else, okay?
I'm gonna be the best special guest you guys have never had.
You're gonna set the precedence, it's gonna be hard for other people to live up to Owen.
Yeah.
People are gonna want me back. Calling it now.
It's got the huge demand now, roar. Bring Owen back!
Bring on Owen.
So basically, Owen and I, we like to talk while we're at work all the time about everything, and
man.
mostly scary shit and spooky shit that we know about. So that's gonna be what we're gonna talk about here today. Some spooky shit, some cool stories. But first, we're gonna talk to Owen here, and we're gonna get to know Owen a little,
Yeah, come get to know me. I don't play.
Yes. So. Owen.
So, well, my question is Lee's Market. What department of Lee's Market?
Funnily enough, I'm a produce clerk. I work in the back corner of the store, away from everybody. It's peaceful. It's quiet.
That's why I
I'm
go
good
back
friends.
there and talk.
Yeah, man. I work out of a
Fucking awesome.
refrigerator. Yeah,
It's
It's
cool
cool.
back there.
no pun intended.
Oh yeah.
I could never handle the high stress of working in the front end. It's a lot of
so
people.
bad in the front, dude. I hate it.
I respect them.
Yeah.
I mean, just last night alone was a shit show. But
Oh
we
yeah. Last night. What time did we leave? Like 9:10.
Yeah, we left like 10 minutes after.
Bro, we clocked out. It was like 9:05, and there were still people there bringing carriages out. We were like, okay, we have to
Yeah,
bring
dude.
them in.
You let that woman in through the outdoor, and I don't know.
Oh
I don't know
yeah,
if
that
she
crackhead.
hanging out.
That was so. The store was literally closed. Like the doors were locked. Like the lights
There's
were
a big
off.
cartoon lock on it.
Literally, like we had to let this girl in through the back door. It was so. The exit door. I mean.
Ultra sketch. Come to
Yeah.
find out, she robbed the place of everything. But
Although cheese was gone.
I hate when people think that they can come into a store when it's closed.
I know.
yeah,
like,
right.
get the fuck out, yo.
Where's your moral integrity, man? Like, come
Literally.
on, it's 8:55.
Think
Like,
of us.
put yourself in my shoes.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
8:55, you've been working all day, you're tired, you just want to go home and eat. And this bitch comes in and she's like, time to do my week's grocery shopping.
At 9:10 at night.
There's definitely like a moral standard threshold. Like once you reach like
Definitely.
65, you don't give a fuck anymore.
Definitely.
I don't
And
even
literally,
use that
that's all that's at Lee's is like old people.
Basically, yeah,
Literally.
we have the demographic for it.
Just
It's
old
so
people
bad.
shopping at Lee's.
Old
just
white
don't-
people.
They
Yeah,
just
I mean,
don't
we're
give
like
a fuck.
we're basically a farmer's market, but with a little more stuff.
Yeah.
And everything's outrageously expensive because we're an independent, non-stop and shop Shaw's family. We've got 3 stores. I don't mean to turn this into an ad, but
Yeah, it sounded like an advertisement. It's like, whoa.
we've got a store in Portsmouth, we've got a store in Manamet, and the store Mason and myself work at is in Westport.
Yes.
Come through sometime.
Yeah,
Hop in,
well,
bitch.
wow, tell me more about these amazing deals at Lee's Market.
There are none.
Yeah, there literally are none. Like even
Unless-
even when it's a deal, it's like retail price at Stop and Shop. Like it's so bad.
I truly do all my grocery shopping at the dollar store, which is probably like healthy, not at all, but it's good on my wallet.
Logan.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Someone's at my door. Someone just dropped a package at my door, Logan.
Oh wait,
It's a.
could it be
I
a
think there's
package
a.
from?
I think there's a segue inside.
So-
Oh
A
wow.
segue into a new conversation.
Oh.
Got
Okay,
you.
so
I thought you were
Lee's
gonna say a
Market.
package from Blue Apron. Our sponsor. What is that?
Imagine, that'd be so funny. Okay,
Please, Blue Apron sponsor our podcast.
when I first started, yeah, for real, Blue Apron, get in this bitch. So when I first started working at Lee's, I like thought it was a little spooky. Like I definitely thought it was like a little weird because it's very old. How long has it been? It's like it's a 70-year anniversary this year.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
7
old.
years? Or 70, sorry.
70.
I heard
Yeah.
7 because I'm stupid.
And Owen told me a couple days ago that it was haunted.
That's 1949 for anybody not able to do the math.
Yeah.
So John Lees founded Lees in 1949.
Yeah.
That is
Jonathan
impressive.
Lee.
Yeah. It was Albert and his son, whose name I'm not sure of.
He was a blue lobster.
He was no
But yeah.
different.
I have heard some spooky tales of things happening in Lee's.
Yes.
I
I
don't know.
want to hear some of this because I have
No idea that Lees.
Yeah,
was
I
haunted.
thought it was a little haunted. While I was taking, I literally do what SpongeBob does, where he takes out the trash. I
Yep.
go on the back loading dock,
Just
I literally
run
just
really
stare
fast.
at the darkness of the woods, and it's just dark out there. There's 2 lights maybe. It's kind of spooky.
Mr. Krabs is
Dolphin noise.
Yeah.
Keep staring into the darkness. You might see something stare back.
I hate it. It's so spooky out there. Owen, why do you say it's haunted?
Well, aside from the stories I've heard, the basic stuff of people putting things on shelves and then those things mysteriously falling off the shelves.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
I've also heard tales of, I guess, two old-timey dockhands or sailors or pirates, depending on who you ask, have been seen getting into a I guess a heated argument that turns into pushing and shoving in a grappling match down in the hallway right before you get into the
What?
bathrooms. Yeah, so if you walk toward the bathroom, if you go straight, there's the fire escape, and if you go left, there's the bathrooms.
Yeah.
I heard it was in that corridor over there. Now, I haven't seen anything, unfortunately, but it is what I've been told.
Whoa.
spooky sailor ghosts fighting in Lee's. That's kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Either
is
that or
alright.
just two guys having a bad day. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Two
Yeah.
old guys just come in once in a while.
So every time I clean the bathroom, I just picture this old lady or some shit walking in, right? She opens the door while I'm cleaning it. She's like, "Can I use the restroom?" I'm like, "Okay." And she goes in, uses it, and I'm just out there waiting for her so I can continue cleaning, right? I'm outside of the restroom, and then I go in and she's gone. I just picture that in my head. That's never happened, but imagine if that happened.
You go to tell somebody this old lady vanished into this bathroom, and everybody's like, that bathroom's been closed for 40 years.
Oh my god, Lee's Market's been out of commission for 5 years. I'm like a schizophrenic on crack.
Yeah, none of this is real. You're just in
Yeah.
a room somewhere.
Imagine,
I'm just
like,
on
being a
bath
ghost.
salts.
Come on, Mason, take your pills.
Yeah, take your meds, dude. You just go to an empty lot every day for 5 hours.
Literally, and push imaginary carriages.
Just push trash bags around in a little dump.
The government puts cans inside the can machines just so I can empty them.
I love those can machines just because
Oh,
they
I
bring you
fucking-
lots of pain.
I literally hate them. Fuck
The
them.
ones at Lee's are terrible.
Ass.
Liable to jam up. And
Oh, the can machines are haunted, yo. They're haunted.
that's a hot take. Let's hear it.
They're haunted. Literally, they're haunted. So, okay, so first of all, they're can machines, so it's they'll eat your fucking hand if you stick your hand in there. Literally,
True.
one girl was horrified to put her hand in there. I didn't, I know where the blades are and shit, so I just stuck my hand in there and, I just fucking grabbed the bottle that was stuck or whatever. But when I clean them, okay, so basically, how it works is, it's this box, right? And there's a top portion and a bottom portion. The top portion is got all the electronics and the computers and shit, and it's also where you put the cans in. And in the bottom section is the bins where you collect everything. There's the plastic bags, you empty them out and all that shit. So you put the cans in on the left, and it goes through this little fucking mirror system on a conveyor belt. So the conveyor belt pulls it, and these two mirrors with scanners inside, they detect what bottle it is and all the shit so that it can grind it, and it falls and goes into the grinder. But the mirror system that detects the bottles are all buggy on all the fucking machines. So whenever you clean them at night, I guess there's like a little bit of water on the like sensors on the glass. So they start bugging the fuck out. They're like, do not throw bottle and like error, and it's just like all fucking beeping, and it's insane.
Only at night.
Literally, only when I clean them. It's only when I clean them, but it's still spooky as fuck. Like it'll be fine for like 10 minutes, and then like they just start geeking because they're a little wet.
Maybe it's not the machines. Maybe it's you.
No, I definitely think it's me, but it's fun to fucking think that they're haunted. Because came in one time. Oh fuck, I don't want to name drop, but fucking.
Just like bleep it out. Just be like.
Yeah. Fucking. The manager came in, and they were like tweaking while I was vacuuming, and literally, and he was like, "Oh, what the hell? Are they broken?" I was like, "Nah, I think they're haunted." I was like trying to troll him a little bit, you know. And
he was like, "Oh yeah, they are."
Yeah,
like,
he started giggling a little, and I was just like,
Oh,
"Yeah."
no. Well, you guys want to hear a tale that I've got to tell?
Oh yes.
Is it a Lee's Market tale?
It is actually,
Oh
yeah.
shit! Okay.
So, I was in the bathroom, men's bathroom, doing my thing one day, hanging out. You know, I'm in the
As one
stall.
does.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So I'm sitting in there, and the door is kind of annoying for anybody out there who's ever used a wooden door. They close kind of aggressively, so you can tell when
yeah.
somebody comes through or not. So I'm sitting in there, and then I hear the sink turn on, and I'm like, oh, all right, there must have been somebody in here. Granted, nobody was on the urinal, and the other stall was empty, but so the sink starts running, and then the sink stops running, and then I hear the paper towel dispenser go. Wah!
Oh my god, Owen! Owen, literally every time I'm cleaning the bathroom, it could be like 30 minutes since one person has gone in there. Every time I fucking get in there, the paper dispenser goes, dude.
Wah!
It's
I know.
crazy.
The
best-
ghost of
best-
perpetual wet hands.
The best part of this whole shindig is I never heard that door open or close once. So unless he just jumped out the floor, because we don't have windows, I don't know.
Dude, it's nutty, Logan.
Crazy.
Literally
Whoa.
every bathroom I'm in, especially the handicapped bathroom. The handicapped loves to do it to me, because that's where the fucking handicapped old people died, yo. They fucking chill in there. Every time I go in, literally, like, I'm cleaning the bathroom. I know no one has gone in there for the past half hour while I've been cleaning. It's the last bathroom. I get in there. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? There's no way.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I mean, like, it's scary, but it's like also kind of funny.
But
'cause I just-
still, yeah, it's funny.
Sort of a dick move wasting paper like that. But
Yeah,
I know,
also.
like, I just like to imagine like ghosts. This person died. All right, theoretically, if ghosts are real, this person died, came back to Lee's Market just to fuck with some employees, which is kind of like funny, but also like, whoa. I'd like to know the deep lore behind.
Always.
You know, maybe they accidentally they were like stacking the soda cans and they got crushed, and now they are cursed to haunt whoever
literally,
stacks
what
the
if-
soda cans.
What if there's a ghost in the
God.
bottle room, Logan, that it just has no hand, and he like comes out of the bottle machines, and he like you like feel your arm getting pulled toward the blaze, and you're like, oh,
Oh, yeah, that's
shit.
scary. Or the two sailors try to ship you off to sea. Or
Yeah,
beat
they're
you
like
up, I
having
don't really
sex in front of the
know.
bathroom.
Yeah.
That's what it really was.
Terrifying.
That's what it really
Maybe-
was. They died because they wanted to have gay sex. It was against society to do that back then.
Luckily, it's
Star-crossed
2019.
lovers.
Literally.
Well, I for one am a firm believer in ghosts and the spooky supernatural.
I
I've
don't
got
know.
tales to tell. It's unreal, man.
Dude, okay, knock on wood, I've never had a spooky encounter. And it's not that I want one. Like, if one happens, I don't know how I'd react. And I don't want one, but I'm just, like, skeptical. Like, I don't know.
Well, for sure, I can see where you're coming from. I mean, it's one of those things. You don't see it, you don't hear it.
Yeah.
Does it actually exist? Like,
My God.
It's
Oh, I
just
didn't say
hard
that.
to get explanations. Like,
Oh.
my dad has seen like, everyone in my family has, my sister has, everyone. But I've just never seen one. None that's, like, big enough that I can remember, also. Like, like none that are that significant. Like I truly don't think I've seen any besides the fact. Like I've seen scary shit, but just never fucking spooky shit.
Oh man, I've only ever, I guess, had one visual encounter because the other one I was asleep. I've been told tales from other people in my family. Like one quick story: my great grandfather died a few years ago, and he died peacefully in his sleep in his bedroom, and he had a lamp in his bedroom, right? So my aunt goes in there and she's cleaning out his stuff, and she's like talking to him like he's still there, and she turns around, and the lamp was on. Yeah, right. Kind of makes you think. Now this is one of those old lamps with the twist knobs. You gotta want it. You know.
Yeah. You gotta twist that
Yeah.
shit. It's not just
That's
like
like a puzzle. Like you earn the right to have the light on with those.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's so nutty. Like my friends have told me all this shit. Like, but I just never have seen anything.
My thing, like, I'm not skeptical. Like, I honestly am open to the fact like ghosts and ghoulies existing.
Me
like
too.
that would be cool as fuck.
Yeah,
but,
me
like,
too.
I really can't say anything for certain until like I see it. But I'm not gonna say that they don't exist because I definitely want them to exist.
Yes, Logan, we're on the same page.
Yeah, but I guess I have a similar story to you, Owen, where my grandfather passed away peacefully in his sleep while driving a minivan.
Nice.
And not really, he didn't really. But I always hear stories where it's like, oh, the picture frame in his room was tilted, and it's like one of those like sturdy picture frames. But it's
Guys, what
It makes you
little
think,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
It's nutty, bro. This shit's nutty. Like, what if like all of us talking about this right now is just preparing me for when my great grandmother dies. Like, she's gonna die soon. She's 100 right now. It's
Wow.
okay. Yeah, she's 100. Yo, it's truly okay. Like I don't want her to die, but like it's we've accepted the fact. Like we literally, like she's so old. We just are amazed that she's tanked it this far.
She got a letter from Obama, right, that said congratulations on 100.
Yeah, that happens.
Oh.
Except it comes
Can we-
10 years later because it's the
Oh.
government. So she's already dead, and it's like, oh shit, I got my letter.
Can we just stop and think of all the things that your grandmother has seen living to 100?
Literally.
The rise of electricity, cars, planes,
Hitler.
trains, Hitler,
Insane.
World War II, like
iPhones. Dude, I
Yeah.
always think iPhones are fucking insane. Like, if I go back in time and I show them my iPhone, like, okay, let's put it in perspective right now. If someone came back in time, okay, do you guys think time travel's real? First of all, before we continue.
I wish.
I want to believe so badly,
Dude,
but
I
there's
think-
an interesting theory about that actually.
Yes. I think people like are time travels right now, but they haven't told anyone.
It's one of those things that like could it exist in the future? Yeah, and when we get to that point, time travel will exist, but right now it doesn't exist for us,
Which
but that
means
doesn't
they're
mean
probably here right now.
No, hold on.
Exactly.
My thing is that they're not here, and like time travel just goes to a parallel universe. Like,
Oh,
our
that
universe
also
is-
may be a thing. Yeah, Logan.
Well, here's the thing. If there was time travel, there would definitely be time travel abuse, right?
Oh yeah,
There'd have to be,
definitely.
like strict time travel laws. Or
Yeah,
else,
there
like,
would be laws,
yeah,
but it
something-
wouldn't be like Back to the Future.
Oh, where like I fucked my own mom or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh god. Yeah.
But
Fell in love with
what
that.
if someone from the future came back and showed us a gizmo from the future? What do you
Whoa,
think it would be
whoa,
like?
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa. Hold on. Here's a out of left field kind of theory here. Somebody came back in time from the future
Yeah.
and showed Steve Jobs a fancy
The
technology.
iPhone.
That's how he created.
Dude,
that's how he created.
That is
Mac.
nutty. That is nutty.
Imagine that.
Oh, and you
It was-
said that, right? About planes? What if
Yeah,
that's the
well-
theory about planes?
That's
Tell
a
him.
lot. That's
Tell-
more like
tell Logan
Area
that.
51.
Yeah, true. Tell Logan
Wait.
this.
Aliens? Hold on. Did aliens come down and show us planes?
Not planes necessarily, but
No,
I
not
mean,
necessarily.
Look at it this way.
Tell him about it, Owen. You tell him.
All right,
I'm
so
all
so you know Joe Rogan, right?
Oh
You've
yes,
heard
the
the
Joe
name.
Rogan. Experience.
Oh, yes.
Experience.
I'm a fan. Mr. Rogan, you're a nice guy. Anyway, he recently had a guest on his show who apparently worked for Area 51, and he's one of the largest whistleblowers. But
What does
his
that
name
mean?
escapes me. Whistleblowing, basically, so like, say you work for a government facility, right, and you learn all their deep, dirty secrets.
Yeah.
You're the guy who leaks it to WikiLeaks and then is found dead by suicide with 3 gunshots in the back of your head. But it's suicide, right?
Yeah.
4 bullets in the back of your head, but it's suicide.
Hillary
Suicide.
Clinton knows a lot about that.
Oh yeah.
Ah, and this is the last time any of us ever saw Logan.
Oh, God.
It was a nice run. Take my spot as co-host.
Okay, continue, Owen.
Yeah, so essentially, one of the points that man made was that, so apparently UFOs, the way they're able to fly in a way that we don't understand, because our planes generally travel in a straight line. Yeah, you can bob and weave, up, down, barrel roll, aileron roll, or whatever, but UFO stories are like, so this UFO is coming at me, and then it decided to jig left and do a zigzag, and I don't know, because apparently they create their own gravitational field.
Ooh.
However,
Oh, that's nutty.
we haven't been able to 100% reverse engineer it yet, or if we have, the government hasn't told us.
Yeah.
But
Or
we were able
commercialized
to
it.
take, not yet, but you can argue that a lot of that stuff may have been used for technologies such as space travel, satellites, satellites for sure, definitely. Just think of well, okay, look at it this way, right? Radio waves for sure. You have radio was invented, I think, in like the 20s or the 30s, radio waves, but then like one day they were like, hey, launch a satellite into space and it'll just beam data all around the world.
That's so
Interesting to say the
nutty.
least.
Yeah.
But
Dude, that's so nutty. Literally, dude, they could probably... Space is such a thing. And, like, all kinda, like, airplanes. But, like, space is such a thing where it's like, we don't know what the fuck is happening up there. Like, it's so far away. It's so, like, seclusive. Like rocket ships and shit. Like, they could have technology that, like, we don't know about because it's in space, like, you know what I mean? For all we know, there could be, like, fucking, like, insane gadgets on there. But we just don't know because it's far away and, like, we can't check, you know?
not yet.
Like,
See, I
it's
wanna-
nutty.
I want to transition to a conversation about aliens. All right.
Oh, yes, please.
Okay. But overall, Owen, are you a theorist? Do you like theories?
110%. I love to entertain the idea of what if. I'm not the
Okay.
kind of guy who's going to shove Bigfoot down your throat, but if I could, I definitely would.
Okay, cool.
I love like conspiracy.
I
theories
love
and stuff
nutty
like that.
theories, and I go like deep. Do you know Eddie Bravo?
I think I've heard the name.
He's been on Joe Rogan a couple times. He's really good. He at jujitsu. He owns like the 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu gyms. There's like 5 in America. And he's best friends with Joe Rogan, and he's an extreme theorist. And I just love hearing him talk. Him and Alex Jones, they just go off. I fucking love it.
Alex Jones loves conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
he's insane.
I'm sure everybody here has heard that the chemicals in the water are turning the frogs gay.
That is true. That is true, actually.
While I agree with him, I have no proof.
He goes about it in such a way that's just like too extreme.
Oh,
And, like,
he's insane. It's an
Exactly.
entertainment show, literally.
the vampires who like live in the basements of the government facilities.
Oh,
and
Dude,
it's just
it's
so fun.
so
It's like you would
insane.
think he's trolling everybody, but he's serious.
Yeah, he's dead ass. He has a lot of shit on like Neil Armstrong and space. He goes off about like
Yeah.
satanic shit in the government and space. That's like his like favorite.
Well, what about that enormous thing that the Chinese government found underneath the moon on the dark side?
Yeah, they
A lot of
literally
people are
went to
calling
the
it
dark
secret
side.
planet.
Yeah.
Not the secret planet, but the secret base on the moon.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Bro,
Listen, people-
oh my god. Oh
Or
my
that-
god.
what about-
That is scary to me. Like ghosts. If there was a ghost in my room, I'd be like, "Cool, dead guy, what's up?" Knowing that there's like a secret ancient Chinese facility on the moon with lizard people, that scares me.
Bro,
That's
the-
scary.
Okay, Logan, we're kind of going off of your topic, but can we kind of get there?
The what?
The alien topic?
Oh yeah, the alien. Yeah.
Can we get there in a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Bro, the Chinese are fucking insane. Chinese are insane.
They're the only
Dude.
civilization on this planet that has been going since day one, except for the Mongols. But the Mongols didn't burn all of China down.
Literally. Like,
That's why they're just like, we gotta go. We're gonna be hyper efficient at everything we do.
insanely
All that time.
efficient. They're so far ahead of us. Or are they? I don't know. They could be
Listen, I
doing a
hope-
worse job at hiding it, but
I hope that in like 15 years, when we're all in Chinese impressment camps, that we get put in the same one.
yeah.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
else are we gonna have the show?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How else are we going to do the Reject podcast?
We're gonna have to write it on rocks and throw it over the Great Wall.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to episode 1.
Everyone's sitting there getting the rocks.
Shilong Hall.
Literally.
Ugh.
Owen, do you know about the chimeras in China?
The chimeras in China.
Yeah.
I'm unaware. Please.
Okay.
Fill me in.
So I don't know if I'm able to show this on YouTube. I'm gonna try Chinese human chimera. This
Share your
was
screen.
yes, I will. And I'm not gonna
Oh.
I don't think. Okay, they kind of look like that. Hold on.
Listen, I have a theory on chimeras, and they might just be like chihuahuas that drank like dirty Chinese polluted water.
Mm.
Kinda
There's
like-
one photo. Google has been like eliminating it.
Oh, for sure. For
From-
sure.
Yeah. But basically,
deep mind,
okay,
you're hiding
I
the
can't
truth.
find it. But basically, what China's doing is we have genetic splicing. We have
Yeah, there he is.
we have yeah, that's him right there. We have gene splice. Like we can make clones. Like we fucking have established that already. Like technology's so advanced. Like we can make clones. Like we could probably hop into the fourth dimension yet, but we just don't. Like the public doesn't know. Like the big kahunas of this world right now have the power to do so much. Okay? And what China is doing is they're making human pig chimeras for organ farming. So what they do
my
is
God.
they get humans and they get pigs. So if you know anything about genetics, pigs are very similar to humans in the sense that our organs are in the same shape and the general vicinity of each other. The flesh is similar. Just overall
Oh, right.
genetically similar. That's why like when if you watch Mythbusters, they use like pig organs and shit.
Exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah.
It eerily mimics the human body and its resilience.
Yes. So what they do is they splice humans and pigs together to get these large organs. You know, you get the genetics of the human, right? The organs of the human and all that of the human. But you also get the largeness of the pig, and that yields large marketable organs to sell. And that's exactly what they do in China.
They're gonna flood the market with made in China organs.
Yeah, and they're massive, and they're very expensive, and it's a
Imagine getting,
good
like
source
a
of
kidney
income.
transplant and like tattooed across the side of your new kidney is like made in China.
Well, that's essentially what happened with cheap goods. China flooded the market, and now China's economy's hurting because there's no more room for them to sell their cheap Chinese goods because it's just everywhere. And I have a feeling that in probably like 80 to 100 years, that's going to be what happens with cheap Chinese organs.
They're just gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, man.
Truly, I can imagine it though. That's crazy.
Yeah, like China is just insane.
Yeah, well, when you have a regime like communism or something along that lines,
Yeah,
you're
socialism,
all about
whatever.
all about the benefit of the state, even if it puts your people at risk, which is
Mm.
why China's able to do insane stuff like that, because
Yeah.
they don't have to worry about, oh, my morals, or, oh, it's 2019, man, like, I'm a plant. No, China, they'll lock you up and kill you.
Yeah, they'll
if you
fucking
try
kill
something
you.
like that.
You can't be
They'll literally put you in a gulag.
Like, dude, foreign countries are just all fucking weird. Like North Korea. You know how you have to go to North Korea? Like, you can't just go and be free. You have to like go on a tour, and like the hotel is completely empty. The dining hall is completely empty. Like, you have to stay on a strict linear like tour.
They have fake towns set up for tourists so they can show you how awesome North Korea is.
Dude, it's
When-
fucking crazy.
That's funny, but it's like fucked up.
It's
Yeah.
fucked, bro.
Meanwhile, their
They
people
just,
are
like, whip
starving.
your, like, smile harder. You're not having enough enjoyment.
Literally.
Basically,
Brown-eyed
if you don't-
Americans think
If
we're
you don't
having a
look
great
like you're
time.
having a good time, they're gonna kill you and your whole family and replace you. Like, I say personally, once you get past Germany and Poland and you continue to move east, just the way the world works and thinks is so different compared to like our
yes.
Western and Eastern. The way we look at the world and how we value different things is just so, it boggles my mind, truly.
Definitely.
It's almost like you could say these other nations are alien to our own.
Oh.
I think you're onto something here.
Speaking of aliens, Area 51. Do they have
Listen,
aliens?
no, I just want to say why in like movies and TV and media are aliens
Oh,
always depicted as
go
little
off.
gray, big-eyed creatures
Go
with
off,
big
Logan.
heads. I feel like why are aliens similar to the way like people look, and also why are they like small and gray and big eyes?
Well, I think the grayness is because of light. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Well,
I don't
all right.
fucking
Here's
know.
Owen's crazy space theory about why aliens are gray. So basically, have you heard the tale? If you leave a goldfish in a dark closet, it'll turn pale and white.
Really?
Yes, I have. I have. Heard
It
that.
will actually.
That's
Look
cool.
it up.
I
It's
want
a
to
real
do that.
When they're not exposed to light, their cells no longer produce their colored pigment, so they just end up that
Yeah.
like pale, ghosty white.
These guys are
However,
hanging in spaceships all the time.
that's what I'm thinking. Fluorescent lighting can't be good for your skin, regardless of where you're from. You know, or maybe I'm probably horrifically wrong. I guess I'll never know unless I get to ask one.
Yeah, yeah. But all right, that makes sense. But I don't know if they would be humanoid or if they would be like. It's just like it's so much to think about. And
Yeah,
how,
I
like, we
know.
have
Like
created-
how it would be.
Like for example, what is that famous alien that they found, quote unquote found? Like it could have been a hoax.
I don't know.
Hang on. I think I
They have,
was.
like, Those
I
famous
know.
pictures.
Have you ever seen that probably Photoshop, but not necessarily Photoshopped image of JFK shaking hands with an alien?
No.
Oh yeah, there's also one where Hitler shakes hands with an alien, and it's
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
Oh,
we're
man.
gonna find
funny.
these.
Don't even get me started about like Nazi engineering
So-
based on alien tech, man. I will go.
Is this the alien? What alien are you looking for, Logan?
no, the Roswell. That's what it was, right? The
Oh, that one?
Roswell.
Something
That
like
is
that.
the
yeah.
alien I'm talking about.
Well, apparently the big crash that happened in New Mexico in Roswell, there was two aliens. One could be considered the pilot and co-pilot, but I mean,
It's fake.
oh, man.
Listen, it might be fake, but also
No, it says it right here. Roswell, the world's.
Wrong one.
Oh.
wrong one. The first-
Filmmakers reveal how he faked infamous alien Roswell.
Okay, well, debunked on the Reject podcast.
Here we are, guys, busting myths.
What
Yeah, but
about
also, like,
what about the JFK one? Hold on, let's show the Roswell alien. Right here. I'm showing it. This is it, guys. The alien.
kinda
Allegedly,
just looks like my uncle.
sort
Yeah.
of, right?
Look at that little guy. He's just chilling there.
He had one too many trips to the punch bowl.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna find the JFK one.
JFK shaking hands with the alien.
JFK
Who
alien.
may or may not have caused the bullet to curve.
JFK.
That's
Using
what I
alien
talk about.
telekinesis.
Oh man.
Oh, that looks so real.
Dude, that's just a Harlequin baby.
Oh yeah, true.
Scroll up. Scroll up. Scroll up.
Where is it?
It's the.
Oh, this
that's
is
the
the
one with
classic Hitler one.
Yeah, it's where you're shaking hands.
That is so good.
Could you imagine though? Like, what if this is actually real, but they just want us to think it's not real?
Yeah, what if it's all a ploy?
And they're just like, nah,
Look at
man,
this
come
one.
on.
What the
He's
hell?
shaking- what is that, Mr. That's Mr. Manhattan, isn't it? No, Doctor Manhattan. Sorry.
I've seen that movie like lately.
He's a doctor, not a Mister.
Yeah.
Go to
Logan,
10
I
years of
can't
med
find the
school. Oh,
JFK one. That's
Maybe
the
it wasn't
alien right here.
JFK. Maybe. Khrushchev. Yeah, don't say that too loud. It might put you in a gulag.
Ooh, yeah, don't want to be put in a gulag.
A
All right,
goulash.
so but like
That
a
is
famous
horrifying.
figure shaking hands with an alien is basically.
Maybe it wasn't JFK. Maybe I've lied to you guys.
What about like the aliens, the ancient scriptures, like in the Bible and shit, about like
Oh,
floating
man.
discs flying down?
Have you guys seen that painting? That's basically like flying carts in the sky because they didn't know how to depict like a aerodynamic flying object, I suppose would be a
No.
good way to put it. There's a lot of medieval paintings that, like, especially anything that has to do with Christianity. There's one in particular. I want to help you do some research, figure it out. But there's one where basically in the corners you
Whoa,
can see it
flat
looks
Earth.
almost like a. Oh man, don't even get me started about
Look at
that.
this one.
Whoa.
Look at this, yo. Aliens.
Whoa.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
That's freaking.
You see what I mean? Like what could those possibly mean?
Oh
Or
my
what about-
god! Look at this.
You have like in a lot of ancient civilizations, like the ancient Aztecs, for instance, in South America, they have carvings of people or humanoids that look like they're wearing a helmet and spacesuits. So time traveler or alien, the choice.
Yo,
is yours.
aliens are real. And
Why are
they're
they always showing
real.
us naked though? What?
I'm
There's never been an
saying.
alien like pants on.
Well, maybe they don't.
Yeah,
have
like
the
this guy.
concept.
Ah, don't look at me, I'm naked. Oh, fuck. How do you think they talk like that? Oh, shit. Fucking Jesus. Jesus Christ.
They were actually the ones who strung him up on the cross.
Yeah, it was him.
There-
Whoa, look at this fucker. This
Yeah,
is so
I was
fake.
about to say, there's
This
a
is
very
so
small
fake.
sect of people who believe that Jesus Christ was actually an alien because of the whole ascension into heaven thing.
Dude, I think
Would
he
you,
was
would
an
you still
alien.
be would you still be religious if Jesus actually was like confirmed a gray alien?
That would convert me back to Christianity.
Yeah, I would go back to. Yeah, dude,
You're
literally.
like that's awesome.
That is sick, yo.
That would be the first one.
Gray
Okay,
alien Jesus.
Owen, I mentioned flat Earth. How do you feel about flat Earth?
I love to entertain the idea, but it cracks me up because flat earthers admit that the other celestial bodies in our galaxy are spherical,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
only our planet is flat.
yeah,
Want to tell me why that is? Why did we get lucky?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
My thing is like why? Okay, I understand the government hides stuff from us. I cannot deny that that's a fact.
yeah.
It's just so this elaborate scheme to hide the fact that the Earth is flat makes no sense. For it's like no benefit. There's like
Or Logan, I think that, but also like, what if there is?
but, like the only reason is like they're putting aliens in boats and pushing them off the cliff of the Earth. Like I don't know what else they could be doing. What are they hiding with flat Earth? Like
Here's
so-
my thing. I don't like NASA. I really just don't like NASA that much. I have a NASA shirt, and I always am like, I'm wearing my science fiction shirt today. Like I always troll. Like,
Have you guys? I'm gonna butcher this name horrifically because I don't speak Greek, but Eratosthenes. He was a Greek.
Aristophanes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
we
was a
had
Greek
drinks with them.
astronomer who. Wow, that's impressive. He's been dead for like 2,000 years. Are you a vampire?
I'm
Are
a
you a time traveler?
Yeah.
Logan's actually the time traveler here.
You heard it here first.
Dude, I've been gaslighting you the whole time. I'm a time traveler.
Wow.
Anyway, so this
Wow.
guy, this Greek dude.
He was the first person recorded to figure out that he calculated the Earth's circumference, and you don't really, I guess, like circles have circumferences, but it's still, this man, sometime in about 200 BC, was able to figure out the Earth's circumference by looking at shadows, and the best part is, he was wrong, but not by very much.
Oh, so
He didn't have the scientific precision we have today, but he was something like Oh, I don't know. I don't want to spit false facts here, but I know he wasn't too far off.
He was close, dude. At least he was close.
All we need is somebody just to fly in a plane around the equator and just prove that if they keep going in a straight line, they eventually get back to where they started.
No, that won't happen.
Yeah, I think you need an absurd amount of fuel and also.
No, and you need to go at an angle. Like you can't just go straight.
That's yeah.
But okay, the Earth is probably round, but I don't trust NASA. And when they release quote unquote photos of the round Earth, it's not okay. Get this. This is a fact. Not one photo of our planet has not been computerly altered.
So you're telling me that they're all these crystal
There is
clear.
one person has never ever just gone up there and taken a photo. It's always been edited.
All of them they're always enhanced.
Yes. And
Which is
edited.
false, somebody didn't bring their digital camera to the moon and
And they always use fisheye lenses whenever they take photos.
I think that might have to do with something more for clarity for our sake, because
Yes.
well,
which
look
is
at.
true.
Do you guys remember when the first black hole was photographed, and it was
Yes.
a horrific resolution because it was so far away?
Yeah.
If you zoom that image out to the original image, obviously it's been touched up by a computer, and
Yeah.
it's gorgeous to look at. I encourage everybody listening to definitely check it out. But
Yes.
a lot of people were like, wow, we hundreds of millions of dollars go into the technology for these space cameras and they can't even take a good picture. Well, the size of that image was absolutely insane.
Insane.
I want an exact number, but while I look this up,
It's a few terabytes.
oh, more than that. It's hundreds and hundreds and maybe even thousands of terabytes.
It's
Whole,
because
rooms
it's
full.
because it's a composite image. But
Yeah,
the
for
ones
sure.
from the International Space Station, those are always sent to NASA and edited. Which makes me sus.
They blurred out
I agree, for sure.
You know what
the
I
black
mean?
hole picture was really an alien's urethra, but they had to blur it out, so it's oh, it's a black hole. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Kinky.
We'll never know the truth.
Would you fuck an alien if they were kinda cute?
So, all right, what?
Some
alien...
some yussy, some alien pussy,
Yossi.
Yeah, boy.
Pussy.
some space
Listen, I don't
pussy.
know.
Yeah.
Would they have the same human anatomy? Would they have a hole?
Maybe.
No, definitely not. It's definitely.
You could make one.
Yeah, I can't just.
Oh,
Roswell, cut him open.
have you guys heard of? Hold on.
While I'm holding on, I'm gonna say that the aliens could be like plants, where they could just spit out a seed and a little alien baby could grow from that. We don't know. There could be
What's-
space bees.
Bro, what's that that thing? It's like a science where
Pseudoscience.
no, it's where people
It's not real
predict
science.
what animals would look like in certain environments.
Oh, I have no
Oh.
idea, but that sounds incredible.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Where they just
I
they
used
try
to watch it and read it all the time. Speculative zoology. That's what it is.
Oh.
Okay.
Sounds like cryptozoology to me.
So speculative zoology is basically a genre of zoology where organisms are predicted to evolve in a certain way due to the changing environment or into completely separate environments like aliens such as this one or reptilians.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people think that a reptoid evolved from a dinosaur. Have you guys heard of Hollow Earth theory before I really
Yeah.
dive into this?
Oh my God! Hollow Earth theory is the second funniest next to flat Earth.
Yeah, there's thousands of miles of crust, and then beyond that crust, there's no. What the hell is that thing?
Oh.
It's like
There's no-
me telling my mom I threw up at 4 a.m.
Mom. Right, your mom flipping out because of it.
What the fuck is that? Okay, this is a little shark thing, but what the fuck is that?
It's me in the morning before I shave for Lee's. because
Yeah.
they make you shave.
That is sick. That's the dude, that's the ritual monster.
Oh, and I want to hear more about Hollow Earth.
Okay, yeah,
thing.
sorry, I got really horrifically sidetracked.
but
Yeah, that's
keep
supposed to
this.
be like a weird version of a Jotun or a giant in Norse
Yeah,
mythology.
it's a Norse mythology person.
But essentially, Hollow Earth theory states that after there's like 1,000 or so miles of the Earth's crust, but once you get beyond that, instead of a core for a planet, the Earth is in fact hollow, and there's a subterranean species that is far more advanced than us, and allegedly the way the story goes is they've made deals with the major powers of the world, and we're like, okay, don't let the populace know we're real, and we'll trade you for technology and goods, but you have to take care of the planet, because if not, we're going to come up here and we're going to destroy all of you. And sadly, that day is coming very soon.
Yeah, I was gonna
Climate.
say like, oh, maybe
And if
like
you
a
don't
schedule
believe in
4
climate
o'clock
change,
for
you're a
taking over the surface, because
Yeah.
we kind of fucked up the surface. A
Hey,
little
I'm
bit.
telling you guys, in like 30 years, when the mole people come up and kill us all, I said it first.
Okay, I believe you.
That's one.
I believe you.
Yep.
I believe
Um,
everything. Okay.
Listen, Hollow Earth.
I want to believe.
Hollow Earth could, like a theory, like I think Hollow Earth could work, because I mean like I've never been down there. It's billions of miles deep. Like
Yeah,
not
exactly.
billions, but like it's a quite a few miles deep, our crust. So
That's
Yeah.
maybe
so
that's, instead of
nice.
NASA going to the moon, they should go to the Earth. Or maybe it's like that movie with Dwayne the Rock Johnson where there's like dinosaurs in there and journey to the center of the Earth.
Dwayne the
I don't
Rock
think that was The
Johnson.
Rock. Oh,
That dude, you always do this, Logan. It's not The Rock. It's fucking Brendan Fraser.
So close.
He was in the sequel. Dwayne was in the sequel.
Wait, Journey to
Journey to the Center of the Earth 2, Dwayne was in. I got it confused. I apologize.
I thought Brendan Fraser was in both.
Maybe I'm just making.
There was a
maybe I'm
second
making
one? The Rock is in the
Yeah.
second one. What the fuck?
I'm not crazy. I was right.
Hey, quick side question, not to get off topic, but I'm just taking a poll here. So do you guys believe in Bigfoot?
Oh man,
Okay.
I wish it was real.
Here's
I can't.
I don't know. Dude,
I'm gonna
Okay.
say for the sake of that we haven't that we've seen the entire planet and we haven't seen a Bigfoot, that like maybe not.
Owen.
They're definitely close to extinct. I would say my theory is that they live to be really old and there's like maybe 1 or 2 left.
Owen,
I have a similar theory to
you
that. What's up,
changed
Mason?
my perspective on a lot of those creepy critters.
Have
you
I?
changed my yeah, because you said about one of the pterodactyls that you showed me. You were like,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
they probably just kill them to extinction, and that really makes me think like, okay, yeah, it's probably not alive right now. Like it's probably extinct right now, but it
Exactly.
definitely was once alive.
It might have been a thing, but due to overpopulation and crowding, they may not be
Yeah.
completely extinct, but it's like tigers in the wilderness, where
Yeah.
there's only like 15 tigers in the wild. You know how hard it is to find a wild tiger? You
Yeah.
could go out there and search for years and probably never find one. Never mind a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of the Wisconsin Giants?
Never. I'm looking it up.
Oh man, look into it. The Wisconsin Giants are skeletal remains found in like the Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota area of like they're human skeletons, but they're like 8 to 10 to 12 feet tall.
All right, so here is the Wisconsin Giants.
Yeah.
So we're looking at them here. What the? These are humans?
Not necessarily humans, maybe more of like a bridge species.
Oh
or
my
a
God.
branch. Maybe like a branch species that kind of went one way. Like woolly mammoths were massive elephants that died out because it got too warm. Maybe that's what happened with these guys.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude,
Why doesn't
this
this
is
highlight
so
more mainstream
believable.
science?
This is so believable, yo. Listen, everything was big back then. Everything was big. Like all the animals were big.
Oxygen.
bro.
Oxygen in the atmosphere, exactly.
All the. So what? Why were the humans small? Humans were definitely big, yo.
There may very well have been a branch of like
Look, and there's
maybe not
people-
so much.
Oh, I can't name drop. I can't name drop. Yeah, I'll bleep that out later. But literally, there are
However-
some. I know a kid who's just massive.
A good friend of mine is almost 7 feet tall. He's 6'8", 325. He's a big boy.
Wisconsin.
But yeah,
Giants.
it's one of those things, like, not necessarily a missing link, but definitely a proto-species of human that may have existed, or most likely definitely existed if we have skeletal remains, but...
This is why I
Now,
want to go
not-
into archaeology. It's because I love figuring out shit like this from the past. I'm
You're gonna
so
like find something
curious.
that you shouldn't have. One day. You're
Logan,
gonna be
I
like,
literally am gonna go into the Amazon and find so much shit. Like, that's what
There's
I
so
want to
many
do.
tribes in the Amazon we still haven't, like, made contact with. The Amazon is one of the last bastions, besides, like, Alaska, northern Canada, and Russia, but one of the last bastions of, like, untapped wilderness.
It's nutty.
You know what else, too? Have you guys heard of those massive holes appearing all around Siberia?
No.
No.
It's an older legend. Not necessarily a legend, but so the Alaskan bullworm from SpongeBob, essentially
Oh,
think
yeah.
of that. Some
That's so
people
funny.
believe that there's like a massive tunneling creature that lives in northern Siberia because enormous holes have been found that, like, they sent a camera down for like something like 5 or 6 miles and they still didn't reach the bottom of the tunnel. Or hole, I guess, because tunnels don't really go down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like to entertain that idea because, well, for one, northern Siberia is like 99.8% uninhabited because it's frozen tundra.
Yeah, it's literally like permafrost and shit.
Same thing with the North Pole and Antarctica. Who knows what could be living out there under those volcanic islands frozen to death? You know, like, give it another 10 years once all the ice melts. Horrifically, not a good thing. You never know what you might find under the ice and permafrost.
True.
Bacteria, skeletal remains, Cro-Magnon. You never know.
Logan, that's your favorite word.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite insult to call
He
somebody.
loves that. He
Oh,
used to say that all the time.
Cro-Magnon. I'm a big fan of reprobate personally, but Cro-Magnon is a good one.
Reprobate?
Yeah, reprobate is basically like an unsavory person. I'm not gonna lie, I stole it from Red Dead 2, phenomenal game. But
I have it. I haven't even opened it yet.
have you played the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you need to play the second one.
Dude,
It's gonna make you feel feels.
Dude, I have so many memories about the first game because when that game came out, I was a little boy. I was
Me
a
too.
lad.
I don't even
was
remember
like-
how old I was.
I was like 12 maybe or like 11.
Uh-huh.
I had to be like very young because I played it with my cousin at my grandmother's house. My mom got mad at me because he was like shooting people and killing them for like,
Yeah.
no reason. My mom was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
So
I'll tell
played
you
a
right now,
cowboy
Red Dead
game.
1. Red Dead 1 released in 2010, 9 years ago. What's,
Oh, I was 9.
23, I was 14. I'm old.
Wait, I'm 17 now. How long ago was that?
You were 8 years old, amigo.
What the fuck? I used to play GTA San Andreas with my cousins at
best
my
one, hands
grandmother's
down.
house.
Aw, shit.
My grandparents like would not understand it because they speak Portuguese. So like we would get to like listen to all the swears and shit and like kill the strippers and shit. It was so bad.
I played that at my grandmother's house one time and she flipped out at me. Now, love my grandmother, God rest her soul, but being a very, very old woman, she was stuck in her ways that people of color are a minority. So playing as CJ, if nobody has played San Andreas, CJ is an African American male. She did not like that. Not
Out
at
of
all.
everything.
She'd
out of
flip out at
everything.
me for playing as a black man. And I was like, Graham, it's cool. It's 2006. Like, the world's a different place.
We just came out, you know. It was a crazy
2006. What a
I don't even know if it was
time.
it's way before that. I'm lying to everybody out there.
Yo, we like literally, bro. Like the early 2000s were like kind of a beautiful time,
It's got a 9 out of 10. It was 2004. I was a little off.
and I think I know why.
Wait, how old were you in 2004?
I'm 23 now, so what is
Oh,
that?
shit.
15 years ago? It's 23 minus 15. 10. I was 8.
Oh my god.
I was 3.
I was 4.
Bro, like, the early 2000s were a beautiful time. You wanna know why? I think I know why they were. Well, do you think they were?
Why, Mason? I'm curious.
9/11.
9/11.
Oh. See,
Where
I think-
was that?
After 9/11, I think like everything, like everyone just kind of like came together, and like everyone was just like kind of not happy, but like, do you know what I mean?
Do you guys
You're
want to
saying
talk
that
about
'cause
conspiracy theories?
You're a post 9/11 baby, Mason. You're
I
just saying
am.
that. Me and
Listen.
Owen, we're pre 9/11 babies.
Yeah.
We know what it's
Listen,
like.
man, listen. All I'm saying is the third tower that fell when no planes touched it. Little sketch.
Yeah, a little
Little
sketch.
Just a little sketch. There's a third tower.
Tower
Look it up.
12,
So
is that what it's called?
It's either that or the Western Tower. One of those. I think it's the
Tower-
same tower.
What's it called? Tower
But-
12?
But so everybody knows that a plane struck the World Trade Center, and but now no, before anybody says it, I'm not going to say jet fuel can't melt steel beams. But if a plane crashes into a building, why is there glass flying out like 20 floors above, blowing outward?
Yeah, I think
Little sketch.
9/11 was. I think Bush did 9/11.
Do you
Bush's
guys?
popularity was so like the thing is Bush's popularity before and after 9/11 are just completely opposite.
I'm scared to tell you guys my true thoughts on 9/11 because I don't want to be labeled like a
Tower
Almost-
7, that's what it was.
Tower 7.
That's what it is.
Essentially, I'm a firm believer that 9/11 was an inside job because they wanted to enforce the Patriot Act, because they wanted a way to be able to spy on the American people. But you couldn't just say, hey, we're spying on you guys now without context, because the American people would revolt, flip out. But if there was some sort of tragedy to occur, then we'd have a reason to go to war in the Middle East for oil, because oil equals money. And you get a free way to spy on the American populace in the name of safety, air quotes.
Yeah.
But
It's
we're not here to
crazy.
talk about inside jobs.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Well,
next
I mean,
time.
like, it's not out of the realm of reason. It's just like people get mad because it's like people died, so it's like you really can't.
Oh
do
yeah,
that
it's
much
sensitive.
in depth. Yeah, it's sensitive.
Of course. Well, people die. People have been dying. People will continue to die. You know what I
things like
mean?
The Holocaust. That's still a sensitive thing to like joke about. Like,
It's
what's the-
illegal. It's illegal to look in, not in America, but in like Europe, it is illegal to like do research and look into the Holocaust. That's a little sketch.
Wow,
If you
that's
ask
Whoa,
me.
wait,
super
what the
sketchy.
fuck?
It's illegal to look into the Holocaust. Like you can obviously like read and do research into it, but to like really start digging in and asking questions, a lot of people who've done it have gone missing or have committed suicide.
They got yeah.
What
they
the
got hungry.
fuck?
They got they committed suicide with 3 bullets to the back of the head somehow.
For safe measure.
Just to make sure they were dead. You know, you shoot yourself once in the head, and if you're not dead, you do it again. And if you're still alive somehow, third time's the charm, right?
That like saying. All right, I know this is like a side tangent, but
No, it's okay.
saying getting shot in the head reminds me. You know Mark Ruffalo,
I've heard the name.
Incredible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
His brother died in like a really mysterious way that nobody like. It's an unsolved mystery. Like I love looking into unsolved
What?
mysteries.
Wait,
like,
what?
Can you
Yeah,
fill me
he
in?
had like a brother. I think his name was like Paul Ruffalo. I don't know. I don't remember
You
his name.
couldn't take
but
the
Mark Ruffalo's-
Hulk cock.
That's it, dude.
His
Mystery
organs
solved.
got erupted.
Mystery
You
fucking
know.
solved. We can all go home now. Thanks, boys.
No, like it was like this theory where he was like with these two people and he went missing and then like they decided that he died due to like a failed game of Russian roulette, but like that's not really what happened.
What?
It's I honestly don't remember a whole lot of the story, but I know it's crazy. And Mark Ruffalo is like, yeah, it's whack.
Hey, weird question. Total side note. Would you guys ever play Russian roulette?
In
With
real
an
life?
airsoft gun. Airsoft, like, I don't want to watch you guys die, but
To
like
test my luck,
airsoft.
I would fill all
Um,
5 chambers except for one. And
Yeah,
then
I'd
see
play
if
it. I'd
one
play it.
sticks.
I
think
have
that
an
might be a
airsoft
version,
revolver.
honestly. The obviously it's probably like 10 times more high stakes, high reward if
Yeah, there's a real
5,
bullet
6
in
of
there,
the
yeah.
chambers are loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
you know,
play
then
it
you have
with
a
all of them
1/6
full.
chance.
Yeah,
Like
we
the
have a
hardest
1/6
difficulty.
chance of winning all the money, but like it's a win-win either way because you make a fuck ton of money or you have no problems.
I
But
haven't.
if you're playing Russian roulette, you're already not in a good place. So
I just
you
want to
die,
make it
you're-
clear. I do not condone suicide. I've lost a dear friend to suicide. I do not condone it. If you have problems, talk to people. But if you want
Yes.
to play Russian roulette,
Don't die.
who am I to tell you no?
You know, if you want to talk to people, reach out to the Reject Podcast at rejectofficial@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Podcast.
post my email in the link below. You guys can hit me up whenever. Like I'm really easy to talk to. I understand. Like, don't be afraid. The great Owinski is here to listen.
Oh yeah.
Now that we have like a lot of jumble of topics, I'm gonna like take off the tin hats for a
I know,
minute,
we've gone
take off the tinfoil hats,
Yes.
and talk about something that's kind of like relatable. College. I'm going into college next year, and you have just graduated.
I have not. I started
Oh.
late. Actually, I'm going into my senior year.
Oh, okay. So you're still in college. So you're
I
part. You
am.
got the college experience.
Except I'm a commuter, so no. But yes,
Oh yeah, no, that's horrible.
I agree.
I'm praying for your gas money. I'm so sorry.
Well, actually, I
Oh, I could probably I could go to your house right now on my bike.
please do. I'm lonely. I'm so lonely. You don't have to break in. Just ring my doorbell, man.
I have Nintendo in my basement. We can play Nintendo.
Actually,
Nintendo.
I have a 64 and a SNES. So if you're
Dude.
trying to play like Earthbound or something, let me know.
I just bought a 64 yesterday.
Wait, really,
Actually-
Logan?
I bought a 64 with Majora's Mask.
Really?
Majora's Mask is arguably like my third favorite game of all time.
Better than Ocarina of Time, and
Hands down, yeah.
hands down. Not just for the grit, not just for the story. It's just the mechanics, the game, everything about it is better. The atmosphere, it's just a good, great game.
It's that creepy, like, I mean, we're on the topic of creepy spookies. Majora Mask is
Ooh.
literally like you have 3 days and the moon crashes into the earth or
Yeah,
whatever.
and it's a horrifying moon.
Yeah,
The-
and it's
the Zelda
it's so
equivalent.
scary. Like as a kid, I would be terrified of that game.
I still
was-
am, and I'm 23 years old. Like,
The original is way better than the remake.
you
Oh,
think
yeah,
so?
the
Oh,
remake
you mean
sucks.
the 3DS remake?
Yeah, the
I
3DS
have the
remake.
I have the re-release for the Nintendo GameCube, but it's the same game, just ported over.
Did they like upscale the graphics, or is it just like?
They may have, but it looks to me almost exactly the same. All of the same mechanics are there. It is literally the same game. It's on
Just on
I
GameCube.
think I'm pretty sure it's called the collector's edition. It's got Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and it's got like a 10-minute Wind Waker demo. I paid $40 on eBay for it.
That's so worth it. Oh my
That's
god.
what I'm saying, dude.
I
That
paid
is
40.
nice.
Well, I paid $40 for Majora's Mask because it was like the limited like gold cartridge hollow
Oh,
foil edition.
bro, that's sick.
Because I'm a troll and I wanted it. But like I remember the original, but I started off playing the remake, which
Oh
was a
yeah,
mistake because remake is
yeah.
significantly worse.
agreed.
I have beaten the original like several times, and it's just like so much better. Even though they make improvements in the remake, the Zora swimming is just unforgivable.
So bad. Logan,
So-
Majora's Mask
It's-
for the
it is
3DS is
clunky.
so ass.
Well, I just like whenever you take a game and you shrink it down from I'm gonna say the big screen, but my TV, you shrink it down from
Yeah.
a TV and you put it on like a DS. Now I have nothing against the DS. I love my DS. I'm so sad it's in 2 pieces and it no longer works.
Aw.
Aw.
However, when you
Oh,
take
when
a
you
game,
need a DS, I got 2.
bro, I'll buy one off you.
Okay.
Just side note, just
The transactions.
I'll like PayPal you or something. You know, we'll work it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever you take a game like that and you shrink it down to make it portable, I'm totally a fan. I have a Nintendo Switch, huge fan, but it just never works out because like it was the 3DS, right? So you had the toggle stick, but it was still, I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me. I've only gotten to play. I never played the Majora's Mask remake, but I have played the Ocarina of Time remake, and it just feels awkward.
Oh yeah, it's just nothing can
It's
beat like,
weird.
the feel of the original. It's
Of course not.
they had it like so tight, so nice.
I've never played the original. Don't hate me.
Come
I
over
need to.
sometime, bud. I've got you.
He's got them, dude.
Oh yeah, I want to.
I want like a collection of like old consoles. Like I want a GameCube. I want like a SNES.
That's
Oh,
that's
nice.
fire.
That's like well, not every summer, but for a while it seems like it's been every summer I'd buy a new classic console. Like 2 years ago, I just bought my SNES. Love this thing to death. I just finished Final Fantasy 3. Fantastic game,
That's awesome.
but
I hope they port all that shit onto the Switch. That would be like in fucking sane.
still waiting on that Final Fantasy 7 remake.
It's never coming out. Never coming out.
I know, I know, but a man can dream.
Yeah.
I want to play a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, I didn't really. I never really like got into them growing up. I was
That-
I was like a huge Nintendo junkie, and I played like the Mario and like
yeah,
I was actually
same.
super into Sonic and Genesis.
Kirby.
Kirby's solid, yeah.
That and Kingdom Hearts I hear
Oh,
like a
yes.
lot about.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1 is a good game, but it's kind of goofy. When it came out, it was targeted for younger kids, so like you play it as an old man, and it like, for if you don't have the nostalgia, it might be kind of play. But Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts 2 is like an 11 out of 10.
Really.
My favorite PS2 game, no contest.
Dang.
I like
So-
Rayman also. That game was fun.
Battlefront 2 puts up a good fight, but that's
Oh my
about
god, I have so many good memories of Battlefront 2. Like, I never owned it, but I always would go over a friend's house and like play it.
Oh,
You guys
I
have to
fucking
come
love
over.
that game.
I think I actually have 3 or 4 original Xbox controllers. We can play Battlefront 2 sometime.
Yeah, I got an Xbox controller too. We can all.
Come
That sounds
through.
like so. This sounds so wholesome.
Yeah,
come
that would
through,
be
you
so
can-
fun.
Special
You can come
promo
out.
code Lee's Market for 10% off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they'll put in a good word with the Lee's Market employers. So maybe we can
Honestly,
finally
if
be
you
set free.
if you want to cheat the system, come into the store. Don't say you know me or Mason, and go to the service desk and say, "Hey, that small kid in customer service, I think his name is Mason or whatever. He's
Yeah.
such a nice guy. He helped me so much." Because you know what?
Oh,
You do
yeah.
that 4 times, Mason gets $20.
20 bucks.
That's right, the
Yeah.
dots, the dot system.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get like my friends on board so we can cheat the system. I probably shouldn't say this out loud, but I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to cheat the system.
And if you're from Lee's Market and your management, ignore that. It was all a joke.
Yeah, I don't actually work there.
Yeah.
He's homeless. We found him on the side of the road. We,
Yep.
we don't even know this guy.
He's just that guy.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
You
My
said-
name's
okay.
actually Doug.
Doug is pleasure. Wait, you said before that Majora's Mask was your 3rd favorite game. What are
Yes.
the top 2?
Oh man. Okay, so number 1 all-time favorite game of all time, zero contest. Fallout New Vegas. Between my
I can
Xbox-
accept that answer. I can accept that answer.
That is a good answer.
Between my Xbox 360 that I burnt out, God rest its soul, and my PC, I've clocked in probably like 2,400 hours.
Oh my
man.
god.
I can play that game probably blindfolded. It's so sad, but like I could probably pull it off.
See, I played the shit out of Fallout 3. I liked
Oh
Fallout
yeah,
3.
that one. I love Fallout 3, but I have one big issue with it. The Windows port is poopy.
Oh, I played on the PlayStation.
That's the best way to do it.
So that is the best way to do it. The classic.
I had 360. Fallout 3 was my first venture into the Fallout universe, and I just took a leap of faith, and I never looked back.
How do you
That's
feel about
nutty.
Fallout 76? 'Cause
Totally trash. Why release
yeah.
a game that is okay? So you have this map, and your premise is to have players act as the NPC, but why cap the maximum number of players to like 10 to a map if you want players to be NPCs? You'll play. I've heard stories of people reviewing the game play for 6, 7, 8 hours and never run into another player.
They totally missed the point of the game. The whole point of the game was that like it was a whole, and it's like a new little world with a bunch of people.
I really dislike the fact that many game publishers are moving away from the single player story driven narrative and
Yeah,
pushing
I know.
What company?
Online.
What company was like?
I'm so sick
EA.
of
Gamers
it.
don't like single player games anymore.
EA. That
Yeah.
was
EA. Fuck
Oh,
you,
fuck
EA.
you, EA. Literally EA out of all companies. EA is shit. bro.
Yeah, release Football Manager again. EA.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
you.
the simple fact that EA squashed all of their competition in the sports genre except for what is it, Pro Soccer? Yeah. Evo, what is it? Evo Pro Soccer or something? I don't know. I'm not very versed.
Honestly, I don't care about the sports games at all.
Yeah,
Same, neither do.
I.
But the simple fact that you can release, like, we'll go with Madden, for instance. Madden fundamentally has not changed in 15 years. It's
Literally.
literally the same game. They update the player roster and they make
Update
the
the
graphics
graphics.
prettier.
It's like John Madden.
That is
getting
it.
Any cool new
And
ability.
it's not even. It's not even. It gets like insanely better. It's just like, it like gets a little better each game. Like it's
The
not
grass
that insane.
texture. Oh wow, look at that turf. Instead of it just being green, I can see the turf blades. Wow.
It's just like, what new features can you add? Like, you can do a cool victory dance now. Like it's football. The rules haven't changed in like 50 years.
Yeah, it's so
Okay,
bad.
you guys want to hear something funny? Tecmo Super Bowl for the NES, mind you, the NES was released in like '86 or '85 or something like that. Tecmo Super Bowl has there's like a forum, and every year they update the rosters in the game. There's an adapter you can purchase. You plug the cart into and then into your PC, and you basically hack the ROM and you update the roster every year.
That's
So there's still
cool.
people in 2019 playing Tecmo Super Bowl with a 2019 roster.
That is
Wow,
sick.
That's I love like communities like that. Like that's so sick.
That's awesome.
135%. Me too.
Wow. We were talking about single player games. How like companies don't fuck around with single player games anymore. That sucks because single player games are awesome, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I know.
It's always the online. It's always the multiplayer battle royale. That's the biggest.
You can make more money marketing to an audience like that. Or the thing that drives me bonkers, and I understand why publishing companies do it, because at the end of the day, you're still a company and you want to make money. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
like so for example, a game like we'll go with the Elder Scrolls series. I'm a huge fan of the Elder Scrolls series. Arena, I watched a good friend of mine play Arena, and I was like, wow, this is sick. And then I picked up Oblivion a couple years later, and I fell in love with it. But when you have a role playing game like that, where the whole purpose of the game is to create your character, your perfect character, however you want to do it, and then you play through the story, but it's different every time because you play your own character. Amazing. But
Right, yeah.
when you release more games in a series like that, it breaks my heart, but I understand why they do it. You strip away most of the mechanics that your core fans love to dumb it down and make it more accessible for a wider audience.
Yeah.
And I understand why they do it. Like I've said, you got to make money somehow. But Todd Howard, if you're listening, stop re-releasing Skyrim. Please. God, please. It's on literally every console ever. Like, just put it on a cartridge. I'll buy it.
You know what's funny? Like, all right, I have a very limited experience in the Elder Scrolls genre. Like, all right, I remember playing Oblivion on my laptop in like the lowest possible resolution, and it like ran at like 5 frames, but I still loved it so much. But like, I never played Skyrim. I never like really did anything after that. Like, I was like happy with my Oblivion experience, and just Todd Howard kind of shoving every single Skyrim down my throat in every single possible way doesn't make me want to play it at all.
Skyrim was a great game. I like the story. I'm not gonna lie, the main story was kind of weak, and a lot of the side quests kind of sucked. But the world itself was amazing. It's a lot more obviously populated because next gen console, you can push the hardware harder. You can update the world. It's more interactive, I guess. Like there's butterflies in Skyrim. Wow. But my point being, when you take a game like that and you strip away its core mechanics and you so instead of like leveling your skills by using them, yeah, that still happens in Skyrim, but there's not really much of an effect because most of what you get is from perks based on leveling up. So feasibly, you could just use a sword the entire game, right? And then only put perks in your ranged skill. And by the end of the game, you'd be this super sick archer, never having used a bow once.
Wow.
So like, I get why they do it, but at the same time, I don't get why they do it.
Still, like Skyrim is just—it's one of those games. It's one of those staples where it's just like you think about powerhouses in the gaming like the types
The
of
Hall
games
of
like
Fame.
Skyrim, Mario.
The
It's
big
been 8
kahunas.
years. Todd Howard, release something else.
Isn't it on the iPhone? Isn't like Blades on the iPhone?
Yeah, that's like a weird plug-in thing. It's so Skyrim is on the 360, the PS3, PS4, Xbox One, PC twice. It's coming to the no, it's already on the Switch. I'm surprised they haven't released it on the Game Boy.
It's on the Switch, and their marketing was like, you can take your progress from your phone to your Switch. It's like, okay.
Yeah, please, like, I'm a PC Master Race kind of guy. You know, I'm one of those fools. I made the Switch a couple years ago, and I'm sad it took me that long. But like, I don't know. I don't know,
PC,
man.
PC is just like it's a good middle ground between everything. I do like my
Yeah.
consoles. Consoles are just like
Yeah, I love my Switch.
yeah.
100, me too.
It's just like PCs, like they have everything you want. Just like Steam, YouTube, music, VR, like drawing, everything.
I'll look at it this
Videos.
way. Next gen consoles are probably going to cost between like $500 and $800, and for that kind of money, you can build a PC that can do all of those things.
Literally.
Maybe not at like 4K 144,
No,
but neither is your console.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, unless you get the PS4 like Plus or Pro or whatever.
But it's
which
not
costs,
even
like,
real
$1,000.
4K. It's upscaled 4K. It's
Ah.
literally like, it's not.
It's doo-doo.
It's. I'm not one of those like resolution snobs. I have a 4K monitor, but it was open boxed, and my friend got it for my birthday. Okay, if I didn't have that, I'd still be playing on my 1368 by 788 fucking TV. Like,
Oh man, that is my second monitor.
that's literally my setup. I got a 4K monitor and a flat screen TV from 2004.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Okay. You said Steam, Mason, which urged a memory from my mind. The fact that people, like, there's a competitor for Steam, and in the form of the Epic, the Epic Games Store.
Oh, you mean that Chinese
Oh,
spyware?
God.
Yeah, Chinese spyware, literally.
Curse.
I think it's sick. Like, not sick like sick, but sick like sick. That publishers are making Epic Games exclusive games on this like shitty ass, barely considered a platform
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's Epic Games, you know, it's so dumb. And it's not even close to competing with Steam. The fact that its biggest competitor in years is Epic Games, you know, not worried.
Yeah.
So what, like, at first I was like, oh yeah, competition, that'll drive the prices down. But Epic Games shot themselves in the foot by saying, like, okay, so the only game I have on the Epic Games Store is Metro Exodus. Phenomenal game, totally recommend it. However, I only have that game on the Epic Games Store because it's not on Steam. Because the Epic Games Store was like, hey, instead of taking 20% of your profits, we'll only take 11, and we'll sell your game for $50 instead of 60. And the publisher was Deep Silver, I believe, was like, yeah, okay, sure, why not? That's less money we have to spend, and there's a potential we'll rake in more money. But I agree. I mean, like, the Epic Games Store is basically just Chinese spyware. Like, look into it, guys. Read the articles. Like, they send your information all over the world. Same with Facebook. If you have a Facebook, get off that nonsense.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
like
I just
at
tried
first.
to sign into Epic Games. It just told me no. So
It was
I just
literally. Oh man, you know, Epic Games was back in the day. I'm not really good at shooters, but Gears of War, I don't know what it was. That game just clicked with me for some reason. And I really wish it was still relevant, but it's not because it's 2019 and the Epic Games doesn't care about anything that's not Fortnite.
Right. Epic Games, like, okay, old Fortnite. Like, I played old Fortnite before it got super popular. I remember it was like me, Mason, and a couple other people. We just like played it and we were like, oh, this is cool, and that was it. And it was like, it was all right, but they kind of just, I don't know. They're banking on the success of it, and right now it's kind of failing. And
Yeah.
when that whole Fortnite fad goes up in flames, you know, Epic Games is going to be nothing.
I tried so hard to get into Fortnite, but I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. It's not the third-person shooting. I really genuinely have no idea. It just doesn't do it. Like, I played PUBG for a while, but battle royales don't really do it for me. I don't know.
I agree, like 10,000%. Like, I just don't. They're just, I don't know.
Something about them, I'm just like, like this is fun, but like,
Like, first of all, cannot play them alone.
oh,
Like,
for
it's
sure,
just
you'll
so
get
not
reamed
fun
every
to
time.
solo queue.
Mm.
And even playing with friends, it's like, I don't know. I just don't have fun with them. I don't
I
like the
had
genre.
fun. Okay, when I won, it was fucking amazing. Like when
Well,
I
that's
won
because- yeah.
Fortnite, like
Winner, chicken dinner. Wait,
dude,
wrong.
it feels amazing to win. But like it's just like not fun. Like everyone's so fucking try hard. Like I definitely sound like a baby, but everyone is just so fucking try hard. Like
No way, man. I agree with you 130%.
It's so annoying, dude.
And then Apex Legends came out, and that
Oh
was
my
just
Yeah,
like
remember
new
when they were
Fortnite.
like, "Oh, it's the game that's gonna kill Fortnite," and then it died after.
Literally. Literally.
You got shot
Dude,
3 times in the back
I'm
of the head.
so happy battle royales are fucking dying. Like Fortnite
About
is dying.
time, dude. Like,
Minecraft is thriving right now. I love it.
Yeah, unironically, if you guys ever want to play, please let me know.
Oh, I will fucking play
I
Minecraft.
so badly just want to start like a nice Minecraft world. I don't know if I want
Dude,
to.
I'm sick of that, Logan. I'm
You
sick
got-
of
if-
I always think I'm like, "Oh, I just want to start a nice survival world," but it never just becomes nice. Like I don't want to do that anymore.
Well, if you guys want to do like a weird side series, Minecraft edition,
That would be fun.
we
I mean,
could
like
do it.
I would be down. Like I always do that. You know what I mean, Logan?
Yeah.
Like I'm always like, "Oh, dude, let's start a survival," and then like we start it and we play for like 3 days and then no one plays anymore.
Literally, that happened to me and Evan like 2 days ago. We started a Minecraft world, and we were like, "We'll play it all the time." We played it once.
Yeah.
Mason, I'll play by myself on that world. I don't know.
I say we have like a. I wish we could have like a dedicated server. Like, thank you Mojang for being greedy and having me have to pay big money for server, but
Yeah.
I just want to let it known that you guys definitely have at least one person guaranteed listening to this podcast once it's released. I've been like telling everybody I know, trying to get you guys out there. I want this to blow up. I mean, who
Oh
knows?
yeah,
You know,
this would be
that
fun.
warms my cold little tiny boy heart.
I love
In
this.
10
I
years,
love this
you guys
podcast.
can be like, hey man, like episode 5, first special guest star, that was the one. We blew up after that.
Yeah, bro.
He became our manager. He was like our team manager. You know.
I could never be your manager. I just want to be your special guest star that the
All you
fans.
gotta do is walk around with a clipboard and sunglasses and yell at people.
That's
Yeah.
basically what I do at my job.
Literally.
Anybody out there listening, if you've ever seen me at my job, that not me? Like, come on.
It literally is.
No, like I think you were very good first guest. It was like
I set the
Easy.
bar.
yeah, you set the bar pretty
Definitely.
high. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna
I'm
be tough.
excited
We're gonna have
to
to
see
get like
who beats the bar, because I'll have to come back and beat that bar.
Oh.
yeah, we're gonna pull out a Ouija board and get the ghost of Michael Jackson to come on, but I don't even think
Oh,
it'll be
yeah.
half as good.
Oh yeah.
Michael Jackson didn't die. He's living in Argentina with Hitler. Come on.
Whoa! I knew you were gonna
Everybody knows.
say that.
Did you really?
Yes.
You can
I'm
build
so
up the
happy you
kids.
said that. I think Hitler's in Argentina too. I'm not
Well, at this
open.
point,
I'm not open up another can of worms, but I think he's in Argentina.
hey, I'm just saying that the South American government has literally filed reports of seeing German boats, like undersea boats. They're submarines
Bro,
in the late 40s and early 50s off the coast of South America.
there are literally
Just
full
saying.
German-speaking towns in Argentina. Full German-speaking towns. Everyone speaks German. Literally, I'm not kidding. Look it up.
Well, at this point, Hitler would be like 200 years old, but
Yeah, but
Wait, no. Hold on. He would be peaking like 100 and something. Because he was like 40.
well, he served in World War One, so he's got to be he was like almost 50 during World War II. I'll look it up right now.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know-
he would be well over 100.
A friend of mine shares his birthday with Hitler.
Oh, 420?
He was born on 1889, and supposedly he died in 1945.
Oh,
so
supposedly.
he would be 100 and what? 10? He'd be 120 years old if he was still alive.
All right, so like he possibly is not still alive, but maybe he was living in Argentina.
Yeah,
for a
I think
little
he
bit.
was.
Potentially, because the Russian government was like, yeah, we've got Hitler's body, but we're not going to show anybody.
And then it wasn't the body.
Yeah, when they exhumed the grave, it wasn't Hitler. So where did he go? Where is his body? Why
Dude,
does
that is
nobody
so
know?
messy and insane. Dude, well, another thing why I don't trust NASA. Do you know about the moon landing footage?
Oh, it's just
What
slowed
about it?
down.
It's gone.
Wait, what?
No one has it anymore. It's online. No, it's online. But
Okay,
the
okay.
actual film reel
Like
is
my
gone.
God. That's
Some guy, quote unquote, recorded over it. How the fuck do you record over the moon
that
landing
intern
footage?
got fired, dude. That intern immediately
How the
got fired.
fuck do you do that?
Oh yeah, I just,
don't
we,
just-
we ran out of film, so I went to the precious moon landing archives and just
Literally.
kinda filmed over that one.
You don't just film over the moon landing footage. Also, the moon landing footage, how did that go through space?
Listen, there's so much evidence.
Literally,
there's so much
I
on
just-
moon- there's
I
so
don't-
much moon landing fake, and there's so much moon landing real evidence that it's
I just don't.
because there's a motive to fake it. There is a motive. So
Always.
it's not like
The way I look at it is, even if the moon landing was fake, we were so desperate to be the first ones on the moon that
We
we
weren't.
faked it so well that the rest of the world just assumes we did it. Even if it's not true, even if Steven Spielberg filmed the whole thing. I
was
don't know.
actually a live action
Dude,
documentary.
Russia
Yeah, of
literally
course.
got there first.
Did they really?
Yeah, they got there first before us. Dude,
Have,
our
have you guys
pl-
seen...
dude, our rockets were like blowing up and shit all the
that was like
time.
Sputnik. Sputnik
I
didn't
know.
land on the moon though. Sputnik
Yeah.
just like
Russia was the first
To space.
civilization
To
in
space,
space, for
yeah.
sure.
Who was the first on the moon? That's right. That's right. They
If
were the
you're
first one to
Googling
space.
it, If
Yeah.
you're Googling it, they're going to tell you the U.S. If you want to look up anything controversial, use Bing.
yeah.
Google owns the internet, and they censor the fuck out of stuff. It's literally like there's stories of like really crazy things happening in the news, and then like you Google search it, and it's there one day, and then the next day you can't find it. It's on like
Right.
page 35.
Google is good for just like basic whatevers, but if you want like news and porn, you use Bing.
Amen, brother. Amen. Brought to you by our sponsor, xnxx.com,
Yeah.
for all of your needs.
Bing, maybe I would use
Needs.
Bing if it wasn't so virusy. Like Bing, you're great, but like you look and feel like a virus whenever you're on my computer.
I know,
I don't know
bro.
what kind of marketing tactic that is, but
Microsoft, if you're listening, get your shit together. You own the second largest operating system in the entire world.
Microsoft. Well, you know, this has been a crazy.
This was an
conspiracy
amazing
cast.
podcast.
This was,
We-
yeah, this was.
We've been literally everywhere. And I love
Yes, it was a spicy meatball, as they say in my country.
Oh, you Argentinians! To Chancellor Hitler. On the
Literally.
next episode of the official podcast, I'm sorry, the Reject podcast.
it.
Find
That was a-
out.
What a Freudian slip. On the
I know, right?
Reject podcast, we were get special guest
Chancellor Hitler from Argentina
Imagine.
and,
Woo.
and his friend
Let's get a
Michael-
Hitler impersoner.
Da.
We'll just get
Yeah.
Owen on again, make him speak German.
Yeah, I'll make a fake account. Just
You know what that
Guten
means.
Morgen.
Remember to subscribe, smash the bell,
Share this
come
with
on the
your
notifications
friends.
on. Share it with everybody you know.
Leave some
Uh,
comments.
Do it
Find
for
out.
me, if not for anyone else.
Hell yeah.
And share your favorite conspiracies in the comments below.
Yeah. Anything you want.
Alright, well, thanks again for having me, guys.
Of course, Owen.
For
It was
sure.
great.
Have you on again. It was very
Yeah.
good.
If you ever want me
You were
back,
very
just
well
let me
behaved.
know.
You can be an OG.
You're on
Yeah,
your best behavior.
You guys ever want to do like a raw and uncut, let me know.
Oh,
Sure
yeah.
thing.
All right, signing
That's
off.
what they called me in high school. Alright, guys. Let's go.
All right, turn it off.
Oh, fuck.